Alright. You guys hear me? One, two, three. Welcome back, guys. To M Player. You can play some Genshin Impact for an hour or so. Take Tokyo save the world. Anyway, hiccups. There you go. I can't wait to see Inazuma. Let's do that. One, three.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
I wonder too. Alright. Wishes. Can do this yet? Do it. No, I can't do it yet. Do it. Okay, here it is. Was how do I get in? Hold on, there's I'll check that later. Ooh, Hunter's Bell. Ooh. I'm here in Inazuma. Ooh. Doggy. Who are you? What are you looking at, huh? No comment. What are you staring at me for? The tea is absolutely disgusting. The tea is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Give me close any day. The tea even is never mind the tea even the scenery is bad. Goes without these outlets so come out in the Zuma shop and they say some high-end pad that only serves an upper class cleaning. This place might as well be a straw hut as far as I'm concerned. If it weren't for the official assignment, I wouldn't have wanted to be here. Visual Simon said, oh, if it's in all things you outlined, you used to enjoy the fruit of other hard work and you always cause trouble. Take the guy for himself, he's been good for nothing all this time. He just wanted to start asking about things and he's been around forever. If it weren't for the fact he's been staying the lame old tea, I would have. I'm telling you, who are you anyways? Better watch, don't let me get you drink the man, I won't be so nice if you get my way. It was a long conversation, bro. I wasn't here listening to your complaints. Wait, we're looking at, huh? Oh, this guy.
What kind of tea is this?
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so...
Fermentation letter.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
It's been quite some time since I've seen anyone show up with a new invitation letter. I wish you two luck.
Thank you. This guy just really tried to climb.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet
Who
us?
is Shibu?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten
What?
about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Yeah, we did a bit.
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Oh, huh.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've
Yeah, I
had
thought
some time
you
to kill,
transformed into
given
a
that I've been
dog.
waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Yeah, that was
Don't
annoying.
think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious
There's no
now.
time limit. It would have been easier.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Alright. What is it? Feed what? Feed the dog. What's in my dog? I mean, this dog.
I'll become an outstanding adventurer for sure.
Check this place out. And if you want, if you can't find where I have custom made for you. Wait, what? We should really need your customer. My secret phone. We should use an arrange for the goods that you require for certain limit. It would take time for the goods to be reached. We still come again then. What? Somehow some people have recently appeared in Inazuma saying we're always to stay alert. You know, it's switch outside the entrance and place where you've seen immediately. Doggy. Oh, that's nice.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into this statue?
Someone could steal them.
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Bet.
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Back.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Ooh. Alright, let's go. Oh, wrong way. Whee. Let me heal. Oh, heal me.
Ready, steady, go! Hi.
Thanks, Barbara. Ooh, adventure kill effect.
The new book from Yai Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
Take care of it, whoever it is.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Please speak to President Sama.
Over there. No way, let's go back. Alright.
Why do they never miss? I'm going in!
I'm playing this game a lot, bro, so I'm kind of soft right now. You know, it's dead.
Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Why do they never miss? Off we go! Everybody stand! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Adventure time.
No.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Ow! Shoot! I can't afford any more bandages.
There we go.
Off we go. It's a miracle! Adventure time.
What's here? Damn it. Before that, oops. There we go.
I'm here.
Let's get down to business. There's more!
Let's go, Ninja.
To the very
Take this! Take this!
It's my lucky day. Perfect distance. My blade. Finally, no. How's this?
Oh, these guys.
Lightning Slash! Thunderclap!
There's Fox here, just standing there. Mr. Foxy. We're gonna do this. Yeah, I failed. Yeah, whatever. What's that? Hey, what up? Alright. So I'm gonna check chat. That one's only a second monitor. Let's do this.
There you are, eavesdropper. Blink! Let me amuse myself a little. The more, the merrier. Over here.
Where'd she go? Over here.
Take this!
Blink! Blink!
Take this!
Look at me. Just once more.
Alright. Oh no, I might not make it. No. Whew, that was close. I can see. How am I supposed to get up here? I went for fell asleep. I made it. Help with anything. This is magic and claim that you should commission yourselves in the place where the commission or outside aren't. But you should allow him by Martha, your guest, and Miss Comey, please be my guest. Well, you're as guard, I should have let my guard down. I have a friend who was a guard to commission. Told me he was very worried about those people affected by the revenge. 100 basically revenge. Think of it. Peaceful cleanse their flows. Took away with me long enemies. Stone is too or why I've always felt here. I'm stone for. It's my training.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at?
Oh.
Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving
Let's see how
guests.
she looks.
Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are
What is
your
it?
wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does
Yeah.
Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
I'll do as you wish.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Oh. No. Just one, bro. For all that.
Oh, ow!
Alright.
Come on, we can do it. Let the show begin. Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
Alright.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans. We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
True.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
Alright.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now.
Damn.
So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be oh! Maybe if you just try a little harder to remember,
Probably done
then
that.
it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time...
I keep a diary?
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should
that it?
This looks like Teijima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have today. The villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
Huh?
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for.
Right. It's a shrine.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji. So this is the omamori Teijima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child.
Yeah.
But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it.
Now.
Here we are! The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Teijima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. It looks like a letter. The paper. Konja Village.
Away from me, Konja
Sounds
Village.
so familiar.
If we can't separate, don't work. Go away from the Konja Village. Be a safe home for us there.
So the reason... But he's been here for 30 years! Well, let's go give Teijima his stuff.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could... And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has... How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret, everything I felt for her. No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, it's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if... Oh, I think... maybe not. If this is something I wait... Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? wouldn't when I think about it like that. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is
Good, what's up? How you doing?
missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
Yeah, bit.
Well, let's go find the next person.
The next person's gonna be sad too.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Testing, testing.
But why would they take action against one of their own?
Good question.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting
Kinda
on
looks
that
like the
food.
other guy that
We
we saw.
demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Like emergency food?
Huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
Yep.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't
Oh,
know
this is
whether
memory
it's
too?
rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provision?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
Huh. He seems simple. We better confirm. Let's go round up. We should be able to follow their track.
Alright.
I wonder what's on the other side of the ocean.
An island? There they are.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really...
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder.
You demand!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Take this!
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi, and as for you guys, you're free to go.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Keep running into this fox.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. Or perhaps there's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out
So that's how he was getting those emergencies. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense, and no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told of course, I'm sure there would still. As for what, if you're still curious, why don't you? I see. That most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a. In hindsight, I regret that I never. Why don't you ask him about the sword? Oh, but before you go.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity. But
What?
don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
Oh. Adventures Guild. That's far.
Ooh, you restaurant? White places.
Someone to every single location, you're the one the same lonely.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Adventures Guild.
Error. Ad Astra.
Welcome to
I
Adventures
am
Guild.
sorry. Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyss.
Revolution to Adventures Guild recharges.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Another Catherine. How do you actually believe that?
Ad Astra.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true.
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation?
Lost your memory.
Really but I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hand and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Those are virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so... And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person. Yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro commit... In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, let's go find the next port.
Alright. Hi guys. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Till next time was fun. Damn your players, Deguchi, peace out.